this property for $35,000. Okay, that's $35,000 in its current state. Okay, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, ensuite on half a plot. Hi guys, welcome to AsherGad channel, making Africa home again, one family at a time. Trust you're all doing well wherever you are on the four corners of this planet, making your dreams become a reality one step at a time. Thank you very much for joining us today, Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT. I have to first apologize for the lack of videos recently. It's just down to business, really. AGC is really busy, so we've just been overloaded, but now it's all under control, and I think we need to do a bit of a different video schedule. We're gonna aim to try and bring you, say, 2 videos a month. That's our new strategy, because obviously we want to keep our channel up, live, keep on bringing you content at the same time, helping out our existing and new clients. All right, so trust you're all doing well. Today, before I go ahead, I want to thank our PayPal and Patreon families respectively for all your donations and contributions. Very much appreciated, and your questions as well. Hope you're all satisfied in that regard. So where are we today? Today we are in the Adenta municipality of Accra. Okay, the Adenta municipality, and it's all about the house behind me here. Okay, the green roof behind me, immediately behind me. There's a client of ours who is in the States, and they've bought this property behind me, and they've asked us to come and have a look at the state of the property, and really to advise on what he needs to do, especially as it relates to water and electrics. So I'm gonna turn my camera around and give you a little chat, give you a little walkthrough of what he got for his money. Okay, I've done an internal video, so that will come in at some point, so you can see what it looks inside, let you know how much it cost him, what he got for his money, how big it is, etc, and how it compares to some other properties. So without any further ado, let me just turn the camera around and let's get going. So guys, here we are. This is the lovely house in front of us, where AGC have been called to have a look. It's in the Adenta municipality. And before I start the internal video, just to give you some background, this is a 3-bedroom ensuite house. Okay, 3-bedroom ensuite house, or ensuite bungalow if you like. It's just one level. Okay, it's situated on half a plot. Okay, half a plot, so that is 50 feet by 70 feet. Okay, I'll go in a little bit here. So on half a plot, and my client purchased this property for $35,000. Okay, that's $35,000 in its current state. Okay, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, ensuite on half a plot, 50 by 70 feet, $35,000. Okay, now what is in its current state? Okay, in its current state, as you can see, the building has been plastered. It's been plastered inside and out. There's burglar-proof bars. The roof is on it. When it comes to the electricals, all the piping work has been done inside for the socket and the switches. In fact, there's an internal video on your screen, so you can, as I speak, you can see what the inside is like and what he got for his money, if you like. Now, it is on half a plot, as I've said already. You can see that the compound is pretty spacious in front. He's still got some space at the back as well, with a lovely coconut tree in the corner as well. Let's just go around the outside a bit. So in terms of the entrances, he's got 2 entrances. He's got one here. You can put a gate on this side, but he's also got another entrance on the other side, where he could potentially, that's up to him, use it for a driveway and just drive straight into there and then park the car on the side of the house. Okay, now, so for the $35,000, as I've told you already, you can see the inside state of the house and what he got for it. But what the house is missing, or what he needs to do and budget to do, is his water, his drainage, the septic tank. Yeah, there are no water connections whatsoever in any of the bathrooms, and there's no drainage connection either, which kind of bugs me. I mean, why would they build a house without putting the drainage pipes in? But then they've cast all the concrete, which means the builder now needs to come back, or whoever he employs, not he needs to come back and start breaking the concrete and fitting in all the cold water supplies for the house and the hot water supply. There's no plumbing done whatsoever, and also he needs to fit in the drainage, okay, the wastewater drainage from the kitchen basin, from the toilet, the kitchen sink and the toilet basins and the showers. All that wastewater, we need to break the concrete, come under the foundation and come out into the compound. We also need to put in the soil pipes, okay. When I say soil pipes, I mean the pipes from the toilets, the waste. All that needs to be, the concrete needs to be broken up where the toilets are gonna go, and then we run the waste pipes, you know, on the side wherever it is going to head towards the septic tank, which also does not exist. Okay, so the client will need to also put in a septic tank or a biodigester, whatever he or she decides to do. Okay, this is all work that needs to be done. Okay, there is no electrical connection to the house. All right, the facility is there. There's a point for a meter on the wall here, I believe. As I said, all the piping is done in the house, hence the plastering. Let's just look. There's some electrical but there's no actual electrical connection from the grid. So if we have a look around the area, so yes, we've got some nearby electrical poles, so it shouldn't be an issue. There's one pole here, some supplies on it. There's even a local transformer that is feeding the area. So I don't think you've got, you know, low voltage and high voltage lines. I don't think it will be an issue for him to get electricity into his house. There's a pole here, So what we would probably recommend is to extend the 3-phase lines, probably to somewhere here or somewhere there in front of his house, with a new pole, and then, or in the corner of the house maybe, and then from that pole we take a duct in the ground to the house, so that it's nice and aesthetically pleasing. You don't have any sort of cables at high level. Everything is in the ground. This is only a 3-bedroom house, so in all truth, I mean, 3-bedroom house load assessment, you know, what we typically allow, you know, 20 kVA is probably okay, depending on how he's going to do the hot water, but really a 4x16 will be absolutely fine for this type of house in the ground. Okay, so that is what we would tend to recommend him when it comes to the electrics. Okay, in terms of the power connection. Water supply, again, there's no water supply here. There's no cold water allowance, there's no hot water allowance. So what does he do? Having spoken to some of the locals, okay, they say that the water in this area is extremely salty. Very, 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 very salty. Now, obviously, whilst he can go for a borehole and put in a reverse osmosis system to deal with that salt content, my client needs to be aware of the cost of that. Nothing is cheap in Ghana anymore. Okay, obviously everything is worth it. Building your home is worth it, but you need to understand the cost. I had a couple of clients who dug boreholes recently in Kaswa and another area in Senyabereku, and they both had different quotations. They both dug about 100 meters. One was about 18,000 just for the dig. Okay, just for the dig, and another one was about 24,000 Ghana cedis. So these are some of the factors you need to consider. So in this area, the client has a choice: go for the borehole with the reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis as well is also going to have a cost to that type of filtration, or there is Ghana water in the area apparently that comes onto the road. Okay, there is Ghana water, so we can extend that into the house. We can use Ghana water, and we can put a tank on the roof somewhere, on an independent vertical structure. Okay, we will pump the Ghana water into that tank, and that will be a storage reserve cold water tank. Because I'm also told, even though there's Ghana water here, it is a little bit unreliable, on and off. So we need to have a tank 100%. And even I normally tell people, even if you have Ghana water coming in, yeah, Ghana water in some areas, it's questionable. This is water going into your body, so I would test it. I would test the Ghana water to understand the characteristics of the water, and if I need to put a small filtration in, I'd put it in. Not an expensive one, just a small one, just to give me a bit more guarantee. So that is another suggestion that we could give to the client. All right. So we've talked about electrics a little bit. We've talked about the cold water. What about the hot water? There's a lot of sun here, a lot of sun, so the client can make use of that sun by getting a solar hot water system. This is a 3-bedroom house, 150 liters, should be absolutely fine. Sit on the roof there, use the free energy to get your hot water. Okay. Alternatively, if the client doesn't want that, they can get a central boiler that can be powered by electric as well. These are all the various options that are available to the client. There's no drainage in the home either. Okay. There's no drainage pipes at all under the ground, so all that needs to be done. And the land at the moment slopes towards the front. So in the final landscaping, if the client decides to go with that same natural land contour, natural land slope, then yeah, we can slope all the drainage towards the front. And if the neighbors around would like to contribute, then a gutter could be put in front. You could have a gutter from connecting to the main road, sort of all running all the way along the front, all the way along, if the various neighbors would like to contribute. But that's likely to be a long shot, to be honest with you. So this is the typical. It is obviously, as you can see, still a developing area, but this is the Adenta municipality. Even though this is in a developing part of it, there are more affluent areas in Adenta, but because it is kind of closer to town, that's why it's a bit more expensive. Okay, $35,000 for a 3-bedroom ensuite bungalow, as you can see here, in its current state. Why am I telling you this? Because again, yesterday we went to a property in an area called Damfa for another client. They wanted us to be their representative, to go and have a look at the property, have an inspection, and just be their agent, be the buyer's agent, which is another service we provide as well. This is a ready built property, very, very nice property in Damfa. Also selling for $35,000, 3-bedroom house, completely finished. Okay, completely finished. Not like this, completely finished. But that area is near Ayi Mensa, which is a bit further out, past Oyarifa, and it's inside there, an area called Damfa. So it's a bit more, just a little bit more remote. Not too bad, but it's a bit more even more developing than this. The roads are untarred, quite dusty. The area is quite dusty, and the road is quite, in fact, significantly bumpy, let's say. But it's an investment that can bear fruit in the future. Or if you want to live there yourself, then give it a couple of years, the area will be ready for you. So that's another consideration as well. If I can find any pictures of that property, or at least the advert, I'll put it up on the screen. All right. So finally, I just want to talk about the my client's electrical aspirations, because obviously that's Are you looking to build your dream home in Ghana? Or are you building already? Would you benefit from regular site visits to monitor your building and receive regular progress reports? Well, if that's the case, and that's you, look no further. AsherGad Consultancy at your service. We offer the following services: electrical design, construction monitoring inspections, site progress reports, consultation for all items MEP, witnessing of testing and commissioning, periodic snagging, vetting of specialist subcontractors. We also report site activities to you to hopefully help you spend your money efficiently, and much, much more. Get in contact for your building needs. Details on the screen. AsherGad Consultancy, making Africa home again, one family at a time. The area we focused on a lot, even though we liaise, we consult on all services, air conditioning, hot and cold water. We consult on all services, but we specialize more on the electrical. So my client has aspirations for a bit of a solar system. Okay. Obviously, they're going to use the normal ECG supply, 3-phase supply, but they also have aspirations for a solar system. Okay, so we will come up with the design for that, the schematic, the room arrangement, etc. Now, obviously, They bought this house as in its current state. There is no electrical room. If you're going to have solar, then you need an electrical room because you need to have room for the batteries, ventilation. There's no room inside here at all, you know, apart from the kitchen store, but that would really take away something that's very necessary. So there is space at the back. I think I showed it in the internal video. There's space at the back where we can build a unique room for the solar inverter, the batteries, and any other electrical item we feel is necessary, like the AVR, for example. You know, you can build a separate room for that and then just bring the cables into the house. That would be the solution for this property in its current state. Okay. What can I say? This, I think, it's quite good. I mean, this is an example. If you watched the internal videos, I'm sure you did, you see that there's a lot of roof space here. So this is an example where you can save a lot of money from screeding. Okay, some people, in terms of in terms of running the pipes at high level, because you can run the pipes within the ceiling void, okay, which makes perfect sense. Run the pipes within the ceiling void, okay, and then drop down to the switch positions, to the light switches, to the AC switches, and to the sockets, and save all that money. You can go straight into the tiling, okay, because the tile uses tile cement, as long as you have a good expert tiler, so they can level the ground as they go along, okay, and save all that money for cement screeding. Cement is it's over 100 cedis a bag now, okay. Let me just turn the camera around and show you exactly what I mean. So guys, this is exactly what I mean, okay. There's a lot of space here in the roof. Okay, I mean, if in the UK we make use of this roof space, you know, in Ghana I see a lot of people don't do it. But this here's an idea. If you have a big roof space, you know, don't waste it. Space is premium. Space is revenue. You know, you can create in the UK we have something called lofts. You can create a loft space. You know, you can make this like a wooden slab, or I guess a wooden floor, as they'll call it. A bit like the UK, but obviously you have to make sure the wood is real quality wood, treated against termites, etc. You know, whatever it is, odum or whatever it is, a wooden floor, okay. And then, you know, you could have rooms up there. You could have ensuite rooms up there. You can put in a loft window, okay, and it would be beautiful. You know, you can add like 2 or 3 rooms up there. If you're renting out this property, that's amazing revenue. Even if you're not renting, you're living in it, it's additional living space. Okay, this house can be converted from a 3-bedroom house to a 5 or even 6-bedroom house if the roof space is used effectively. Now, so in the UK, we use a lot loft conversions, and lofts are used a lot. Okay, in America, in the parts I've been to, and I've been to the East Coast, Washington, Baltimore, New Jersey, I see a lot of basements. Okay, so again, basements are not that typical in Ghana, but I did see one amazing basement the other day. I visited a client's home in a quite a far away place. And he had a basement, which is awesome. I was so impressed with the house. In fact, I was so impressed. I have to say, so impressed, you know. So guys, you know, just keep on going, you know, keep on going. Make it happen. Build your dream home gradually, step by step. This house I went to visit was an amazing house. It's a gorgeous house. They've been doing this step by step for 2 years. Lovely basement, like 7 or so bedrooms, security hut, lovely. Okay, yes, he had to be very strong, because as I said, I'm getting the sun in my eyes here. As I said, basements are not common in Ghana, so there was a lot of pushback. There was a lot of pushback. Sorry, I'm moving around trying to get the sun out of my eyes. There was a lot of pushback in doing the basement, and my client had to be very strong, very strong, and really push the architect and push the builders to get it done. And it's a very good job. Luckily for him, where the house is, I mean, the actual earth or the actual ground is relatively soft. So I think that was in his favor as well. But what I would say is, where you have a big roof, don't waste it. Think about a loft conversion. If you're in the US and you don't know what I mean, just Google loft conversions in the UK and you see exactly what I mean. Okay, it is very common in the UK. The roof space can be vital. Okay, and I'm going to recommend this for my client here as well. Okay, if he's got the budget for it, because that will add value to his home, that will add space to his home, and just really good. Okay guys, hope that was useful. Just to let you know, I'm just coming under this tree to get a bit of shade. In our next video, I'm going to be talking about electrical loads, diversity, and transformers. Okay, so if you are, if you're one of these people who are putting up a development of some sort, be it a hotel or a gated community or whatever it may be, and you need a transformer, I want to cover a few aspects of that in the next video. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed this one. Okay. As I said, apologies for the long wait for this video. We're gonna do a different schedule of say 2 videos a month now. I think that will help us to get the blend or the mix right between AGC and our YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you always be aware when AsherGad upload a new video for your education and viewing pleasure. All right. So from Gad is Chemist here, and for me, guys, reported from the Adenta municipality in Accra, Ghana. Ibeshia. See you next time.